After my surgery, I was in so much pain I could barely breathe. And then I saw a small potted rose plant that taught me something about beauty, pain, and expanding capacity. Aloha, beloved. I'm Angelica, and I'd love to invite one breath together. With everything that's happening in the world right now, many of us can feel our hearts contracting and our fields becoming more narrow and our perceptions becoming more narrow. That's an absolutely natural human response. And I wanted to share a story that may open up a little more space for your heart, for your body, and for your day. About 10 years ago, it's been maybe more, I had a major surgery where the entire right side of my abdominal wall was removed. And after surgery, I would have these intense periods of pain. The only way I could not feel like my mind and my psyche was going to completely fracture from pain. And I've had 2 kids, and this was beyond was beyond birth pain, and was to hang on my partner's kind of shoulders at the time and just let my body hang. And in this moment, I had looked over, just glanced over his shoulder on the patio. And on the patio was this little potted plant with these really beautiful pink, little delicate roses on it. And that moment's bringing tears to my eyes. And I was so captured by how beautiful it was. And I think because it was in such a contrast to my current experience, that just that willingness to look up and see something else that was present in the space opened up my capacity to receive it fully and the beauty of the rose. And I remember just feeling this sense of like overwhelming beauty, and my heart space expanded. And I was still feeling an intense amount of pain, but it was as if this experience of beauty was holding the pain with me. I know that the world looks uncertain and we're going through a lot of changes, and a lot of things are coming to the surface that have been hidden for a long time. But this is an invitation to sometimes look up and see something beautiful. The beauty doesn't erase the pain that you might be experiencing, but it does expand your awareness so that the pain has somewhere to rest. This is both spiritual and actually physiological. It does have some science backing to it. When we're in pain, emotional or physical, the brain shifts into survival mode and our awareness narrows. Everything contracts around the discomfort. So all of my attention, they call it like it's your brain becomes hijacked essentially, was just focused on the intensity of that pain. And if you are someone that experiences chronic pain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But beauty does something extraordinary. Even a single moment of beauty, the way the light hits a leaf, or the softness of a color, or the curve of a petal, sends a signal to the nervous system that says, something is safe here, safe enough to allow my field to widen, to open up to more of my experience here in this body and what's going on around me. And when that awareness widens even a little, the heart responds. The heart is incredibly sensitive to perception. When we experience beauty, it naturally moves us towards coherence. Coherence is a harmonious state where the heartbeat becomes more rhythmic and the whole system becomes more regulated. So, beauty doesn't just calm the mind, it also opens the heart field. And this is actually very. The heart has its own nervous system and it communicates with the brain constantly. When the heart shifts towards this coherence, the brain follows. Our whole inner experience begins to reorganize. This widening, this softening doesn't erase pain. And in that larger space, something becomes available. A sense of connection, a sense of presence, a remembering of who we are beyond contraction. Beauty is one of the most direct ways the heart reconnects us with our non-separated nature, with the field of love we belong to. And so I actually want to offer a micro practice that you can use at any time during the day. So now take a breath and gently look around your space. Notice 3 things that are beautiful, or things that could be beautiful if maybe your ideas around beauty shifted. Beauty can be the leaves rustling in the distance by the wind, or like a certain way 2 colors sit next to each other in your room that you never noticed before. Or maybe it's your pet and the way they look so peaceful right now, sleeping. Let yourself be surprised by what you notice in the room or outside, wherever you may be. And at that moment, also take a moment to notice, like, if your breath shifts or if your awareness widens or how sensations may have shifted in your body or in your heart. This subtle awareness, that tiny shift in your internal experience, is enough to begin an activation for you. Beauty doesn't erase pain, it simply gives your heart a larger field to rest inside of. And sometimes that's all we need to remember we are held. Beauty is one of the ways love makes itself visible, and it helps your system remember the larger space you belong to. If this landed for you, stay tuned, subscribe. Next week, we'll explore what happens when a sensitive nervous system feels overwhelmed and why there's nothing wrong with you if you feel too much. You are loved. You are an expression of love. And I'm so honored to walk this journey with you.